Mattityahu, Yehukanon, Dominovitz, here showing you a meal. Brussels sprouts has become one of my favorites, okay? Now, when you cook these Brussels sprouts, what you're going to do is I slice them, and these big ones I slice each one 4 ways. All you have to do is 2 slices, one across, one over the top, and you take the open ends of the Brussels and face them downwards, okay? Face them downwards. Now, when you're, and I'm not going to show this to you all in one step, but what I'm going to show you is you never want to fry the garlic. But if you want a little garlic bleeding over it, I've already prepared garlic that is fresh. Now, you don't want it, this is only when you know that you're about to be done with the Brussels sprouts, okay? And when you're done with the Brussels sprouts, you're just going to, sprinkle the garlic right over the Brussels without frying it or without allowing the heat to penetrate it. All you want to do is let the garlic flavor bleed out of it onto the Brussels, but keep still most of the good garlic flavor in there. That's the goal. You want to do healthy eating. That's also very much like food is your medicine. That's what I have to try to tell a lot of people lately. Food is your medicine. Not big pharma drugs, not over-the-counter cold medicine. That's not medicine. That's an illusion you're trying to create in your mind. So I know these Brussels are about ready to be completely done. I'm going to take the garlic like that, sprinkle it over it evenly as much as I can. Okay, sprinkle it evenly. See it. Let the garlic just kind of bleed, and then cover it up. Let the garlic just kind of sit there, and don't do this for too long. After you're done with this, then just a couple minutes or so, the garlic flavor will bleed. We've got the olive oil in here too, and you can also do butter to taste. But if you're going to do butter, make it grass-fed butter. The Kerrygold is always the best kind. I will pause the video and show you further what will happen as a result. Back to the Brussels and garlic. Now I've got egg here. Believe it or not, you can actually just pour the egg. Now I don't have enough egg today for coverage, but just an example to show you. Just kind of spread out the love, and then the egg will spread, okay? And it's kind of like a souffle, more or less. You do this, okay? And you can add spices like cumin, curry. You could even do cinnamon without the eggs. If you didn't have the eggs, you could do cinnamon. A lot of Mattityahu creations that I always have on Mattityahu M7 Ministries International, because I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Now, that is a good vegetarian meal without having to eat meat. But should you want meat, you can have the organic uncured beef hot dogs. I find these a lot of times for $5.49. That's a pretty good price if you feel like you have to have meat. Paul said, whether you eat meat or whether you eat vegetables, don't judge. He wasn't talking about pork and shellfish. Those are foods you should never eat. They're forbidden by Torah. Christ didn't eat that. Peter didn't eat it. Paul didn't eat it. You shouldn't eat pork or shellfish. This is a healthy alternative for a good, quick, lunch. Brussels sprouts with eggs. I'll show you the results here in a little bit after I taste it. This is the end result of the Brussels sprouts garlic egg souffle that I made with the pan. Now, this is just don't let a little bit what it looks like a burn. It's actually a caramelization, and even if you caramelize a little too much, you can always take the outer edge of it and eat the rest of it, because most of what's in it is uncaramelized, and that just shows that you have softened the Brussels. That means they're tenderized enough to where you can eat them. Now, if you're one who eats meat, already you saw the organic, non-GMO hot dogs I just put out here. So they were covered. They're covered up, and I'll tell you what, they were covered up a while ago on high heat, and they were just rolling around and they're going back and forth. This is kind of neat. Let's see if I can get a little bit of action on that right now. They were kind of moving back and forth. They're almost done. Almost cooked all the way through. You never want to eat the blood out of Scripture. You always want to make sure everything's well done, well done, good and faithful servant, enter into the joy of our Master. Look at that sucker. It's rolling around in there. Oh, you saw a little bit of that action going on, didn't you? I just want to give you a little humor. Take a laugh. Look at that, man. Them suckers are rolling around in there. Look at that sucker. See, when you turn it over, you're going to get that kind of action because the other side is still not yet all the way cooked. But see, on the other side, it wasn't rolling around because they weren't cooked. They're rolling around in there again a little bit. Just trying to have a little fun with this. Check that out. See that little thing? You thought, this is the real poltergeist right here. Stuff's rolling around. This is hot dog poltergeist. Now I want you to see the end product of here. I got some kraut on the top. The hot dogs, the Brussels sprouts go on the bread with the hot dog. The garlic's in there, not cooked inside, but just seeped out. This is the bread right here. Multigrain, non-GMO, organic. Got your choice between that. Could have also used this Tortilla Factory, non-GMO, organic. Okay, that's just a non-GMO tortilla. This is a kraut. You can actually ferment your own kraut, and I'm sorry the camera's over this. You can actually ferment your own kraut and learn how to ferment your own food, but fermented foods are going to be a lot of what you want to get into your diet, given all the other things we eat in this culture and society. This is organic. So this is the end product. I could have done this with the tortilla, but I forgot we had the tortilla. So instead I've got, let me straighten that out. I've got the Sprouts multi-grain whole grain bread. They also have 9 grains and other things. That's good. $3.99 for a loaf. Now let me ask you a question. You could also put tomatoes on the top of this or do anything you want with it. If I'd had Dijon mustard, that would have even topped it off better. You can also learn how to make your own mustard. Now tell me, how much would you pay for that on Mattityahu's Wahoo Cherokee Chuck Wagon? That's right, this is Mattityahu. I can do all things through Christ, Mashiach, who strengthens me. I am appealing to you for your prayers and support. I'll leave my PayPal link below in the description box. I'm also going to ask you to prayerfully consider, how can I purchase what I need for Mattityahu's Wahoo Cherokee Chuck Wagon and gospel preaching ministry, serving those who serve Christ. And also I want to make this as part of a mission for the homeless, where people can just say, do you want to pay for a homeless person's lunch today wherever I'm going? And hopefully we can get this on a donation basis and on an actual revenue basis. Shalom, shalom, Irene, peace to the Greek Christian.